Yo, what's up guys, it's your boy Sami here. Today we are gonna see, what if Naruto uses Reaper Death Seal during Chunnin exams, part 1. Hope you'll enjoy this video. So before we start, please subscribe to our channel, and like this video. So let's get into the video. Kurama, can you hear me, Nai-san? Naruto is standing there panting, and still remembers his childhood. Snap out of it. It was not a good time to think of that now, he thought, almost shouting. Inside his mind, hey kid, you have a problem? Kurama asked with some sort of uneasy feeling. Others also wanted to know too, but know that this must have to do with his memories. Kurama knew it first because he was with Naruto from the beginning. When Naruto is busy fighting, they will ask Kurama about Naruto, but only one thing he did not know about Naruto. He also did not know, but didn't want to bother Naruto when he got serious or fought too. Well, it was nothing really, he said with a fake grin. Kid, I know something bothers you, tell me, and the burden will be lifted from your shoulder, Kurama said with a serious tone. Okay, I'll tell you after the war, okay? Naruto said. Okay kid, now focus on the opponent, and we'll support you, he said. Naruto looked at his partner, and he left, and smiled at them, and shouted okay. You've got my word, partner. All the smiles, and thinking that this kid was like the sage. Really, this kid got some guts, Shikaku thought. Ha, kid, you sure have something special in you, Hasobu said. As if I'm gonna die, can you do me a favor? Naruto asked. They knew now that he was going to sacrifice, but who knows, anything could happen. Okay kid, tell us what you want, Kurama said with a curious voice. In reality, you talked to them again, didn't you? Sakura asked with a smile. He sure surprised me all the time, sure he got named the most unpredictable ninja in Konoha. She thought. Wow, Sakura-chan, you really can read my mind, he said in a surprised tone. It was during the war, Team 7 finally got together again, and now was defeating Kagaya, Haragomo's mother, sage of the Six Paths. The other people except for the Ito Tensei, all were in the moons that will make them be in their dreams forever. However, if they could destroy the moon and seal Kagaya, they would bring everyone back to reality. I wouldn't lose. Kagaya screamed as she performed summoning. They gasped at the moment. Wait, is what Kakashi said in a terrified and shaky voice. Sasuke just stood there in confusion. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9.10 Naruto counted the tails carefully. Sakura smacked him on the head and said, are you an idiot or what? You can just look and know how many there are. Oh? Sakura-chan, it hurts, Tadabeo. Naruto shouted. Sasuke was like he was in the wrong place to be with idiots around him. But it was somehow usual, so he did not mind. Still, he was sweating at the sight of stupid. Kakashi just sighed. Sakura, we don't have time for an argument, prepare yourself for another battle, he said. The 10 tails appeared again, but this time it was different from the first time. It was much stronger than before. They combined all the elements that have colossal claws, the elements. It was much harder to defeat. What can we do now? Kakashi said with the golden Susanoo around his body that got from Obito, who had died to protect him. Sakura just gulped at the moment. Even though she was trained by Tsunade the 5th, she still can't fight over her fear. The silence was scaring them to death. But the one who finally broke the fear was no one but Naruto. We won't give up, Naruto shouted as he used Madatabi's element to combine with his. Ki easily dodged it and tried to sneak behind him to absorb all of his chakra. But suddenly Sasuke used his eye power that finally powered up now to mix with Sharingan to teleport to Naruto, and quickly grabbed his wrist and threw him so he can use Susanoo to protect himself from the attack. But it was no use, the Susanoo broke apart and he started to fall down from the sky. Kakashi quickly prepared himself and grabbed Sasuke. You shouldn't go by yourself, you idiot. Sasuke shouted at Naruto. Naruto, who now was calmed down. Everyone think of a plan now, quick. Sasuke shouted. Naruto thought about 10 plans, but sure it was all stupid's plans. Sakura failed to think, and so did Kakashi also. So he needed to think of it by himself. They needed to think of a plan quickly or else Ki would attack them again. Okay, I've got one, but we need to distract her, so Naruto and I can seal her with Sun Moon Seal Jutsu. Sasuke said. Everyone nodded in agreement, and Kakashi, who was ready for the attack, and Sakura with the monster strength. Go. Naruto created 20 clones and performed. Sasuke was still nowhere. Kakashi will combine Kamui into the big shurikens. Shanro. Sakura shouted and punched Ki's head with her chakra's hand. You little girl, Ki said with a tired tone. Naruto and Sasuke were ready to go and attacked her with all their strength. You can't beat me, Haragomo, Himar. Ki screamed. Even she got the power from the dimension, and it still wouldn't be enough because she can't control the power of it. Even if she tries, she will be exhausted and out of chakra. But still she had enough power left to take them off. Even with it, you still can't beat me, she screamed. I know I can't beat you, but with all everyone's power and all sacrifices, I know we can beat you. Naruto shouted and prepared for the, yeah. They shouted and smiled at him. Go for it, Naruto. Somewhere else. I believed in you, Naruto, a voice called from a far place. We all believed in you, put your best. The voice said with a happy tone. We were always waiting for you, and don't you dare give up. a woman said with a serious tone, but after saying that still chuckled at the words. They sure have grown up a lot, don't they? Voices said. Yes, said with such a confident voice. In reality, it was nearly the end of the war, but they all knew that Naruto was about to do something stupid again. Maybe they're just overthinking because they are all stressed. The cold chill went through their bodies for a moment until the time was right to attack. Sasuke quickly put a signal to let everyone notice that they all need to attack fast and quick. Sasuke turned into one of Naruto's clones, and is now ready for the right moment to go for it. Take this. They shouted, and she tried to dodge, but she was exhausted from controlling the power of and Sakura's attack too. Sasuke quickly jumped and tried to touch her, as well as Naruto. With Kakashi and Sakura's power, they all now touched, and both shouted, Sun and Moon Seal. Now the world has stopped for them, and the light covers all the places. The light covered all over the place. The thing they both used was sealing Kagaya. Well, Kagaya was about to be sealed. Yet again I was sealed by your song again, Kagaya said. Why can't I just win by myself? But I guess it was no use now, you're gonna face the Jubi. Kagaya shouted, as the sound of the roared all over the place. The 10 tails were still there, and without injuries. It was ready to attack whenever they got distracted. It roared, and it destroyed the whole place. You will wait to see, sons. The mighty 10 tails. Kagaya shouted. You'll never defeat it. After that she disappeared by the wind. Now only Team 7 was left. Whoa? Kakashi screamed. Well, we were on. For Sakura, who was still shocked and standing still, not moving anywhere, but her eyes still focused on. Everyone stay focused and be careful about the attacks. Sasuke commanded. Everyone was now exhausted and was about to fall asleep at that time, but they just couldn't. The result was in their hands. If they just fall now, they lost the war for sure. They just need to stay awake for everyone. But there was only one person who was quiet and not speaking until now. Naruto just kept quiet with a blank face. Others were confused that he did not say any word. They just thought that he was shocked, so they did not mind. Still, something bothers them and tells them that Naruto was about to do something stupid again. Roar. They roared. It was very loud, like you can hear it from the opposite side of the world. Suddenly Naruto walked in front of them. Everyone please stand back, he said. What would you do, Naruto? Sakura asked with a curious tone, but also worried too. Because every time Naruto would do something stupid, this time it was different. His sound was seriously mixed with sadness. I will use a Reaper Death Seal and Shiki Fujin to seal my body, he said. He was going to do like his father had done a long time ago. He doesn't want to use it, but time doesn't wait. He needs to do it when it is time. He'll do it for his own good. All gasped at the words. They thought he might be crazy, but he wasn't. He was serious, but still, they would stop him from doing such a thing. They will try to tell him that there is another way to stop, but they don't think so. Naruto, don't use the please. There is another way, we just need to think of it. Please stop, Sakura sobbed, and tears started to fall down from her cheeks. Sakura-chan, let me do this, please. For everyone, families, friends, and villages, he said. They were all shocked, but it could not be helped. It was his decision. Alright Naruto, but you can't die here, okay? Don't you dare die. Sakura and Sasuke said together. Kakashi just looked away helplessly, saying that he was still useless, as ever. Nothing was gonna change even if he got new power. Sorry, but I can't keep that promise. Still, I will try to keep that promise. Naruto gives them a small smile and a thumbs up. After that he steps in front of them and performs the Reaper Seal, and then he would use Shiki Fujin. Reaper Death Seal. Naruto shouted, and then a Reaper was behind him just like Minato did. Somewhere else near the battle. Why I feel uneasy about this, Minato thought, and was impatient. Fourth, please keep patient. We know you were worried about your son and others. But we need to wait. First Homage said. I'll try now, but I feel something that was very scary towards him, he said. The second just stood there with a terrified face, but did not want to tell anyone. Everyone, we need to go now, and fast, Second said. Is everything alright, Lord Second? Minato asked, and knew something was bothering him. Second silence, and looked down with a sad face. Then Minato quickly stood up, and was gonna go where the battle now is. He could not stay here, and just waited. He needed to see his son and others. But the third stopped him. Minato, I know you're worried, but please wait, just about 20 minutes we can go to them. But we need to check if everyone is alright or not. After that we're gonna go for it. I promise, but we need to hurry if you want to see him. The third set tried to comfort him, but he thinks that it might be too late for them to arrive. But now they need to check first. After that they will sprint to the place. He just thinks that there might be a miracle to save them. Minato just nodded. Please be okay, son. Meanwhile at the battle, a strong wind slapped their faces, and Naruto, who was now trembling on standing, and still panting heavily. But still keep fighting, he doesn't give up, or else every sacrifice will be in vain. This is going to be the end for you, Jubi, Naruto said. Roared. Seal. He shouted. Then half of it was sealed in him. He was panting, and sweating a lot. No, not yet, he said, as he panting, as well. Others just watched helplessly. They wished that they could help and be stronger so that he wouldn't need to do this. But when did he learn these? But no time to ask him now. They looked at him, and he was serious, and was confident in them. They just needed to believe in him, and everything will be alright. Why am I this helpless? I was already trained by Orochimaru, and got the moon seal. I was like Homura who was Kai's son. But how could I let him do this, and I was useless. I got too much revenge, and did not care about him. I'm sorry Naruto. Sasuke thought sadness was eating him. Sakura is also thinking too. I hate being useless. Why can't I just help them or him? I was trained just like them, but I wasn't strong enough. I promised myself long ago that I will not let him be alone. I will stand by his side, and help him at least. But I can't, I was helpless she thought, as tears started to well up in her eyes again. Please don't give up on us, Naruto. They shouted to him, to let him know that there were still people who believed in him, and to cheer him up, and also themselves. I won't die until I finish this battle. He shouted, but he was panting heavily. He just needed to use one last to finish this. Suddenly he coughed, and others were worried even more. Naruto, are you alright? Sakura shouted with a worried tone. I'm alright Sakura-chan. He almost can't speak properly like usual. He then performed and before he used it he smiled at them once, and shouted Sagesixpath. Every eye was focused on Naruto, whether he would make it or not. They're gonna save him for sure, and stand by his stand, no matter if the result will come out bad or good. Sagesixpath. Naruto shouted. They screamed. Amazing Kakashi just said. That time there were no emotions that I could describe. There was sadness, shock, gladness, and surprise. But first of all they needed to bring Naruto, and help him. But before it was about to get sealed, something wasn't right. It roared, and then collapsed. But before it disappeared it used its claw, and was about to attack Sakura. With no time to escape, she just stood there, eyes shut. But she felt nothing. Sakura-chan. I need to do something. I know now. Naruto almost shouted out. Sakura sat there with tears, she knew this was the end for her. Why don't I feel anything? She wondered, but the moment she opened her eyes. Naruto was in front of her, he impaled the claw for her. He used his last chakra to flash in front of her. With a shocked expression, she could not say anything, as her tears began to fall once again. Naruto, why did you? She said, as her sobs were louder, and the tears falling unstoppable. Why do you ask Sakura-chan? I wouldn't do anything to hurt you, because I already hurt you once in the fourth tail state. He smiled, but he coughed heavily, as the blood spattered out his mouth, and they started to disappear. His body cannot hold any longer, so he began to fall backward. But Sasuke caught him, and laid him on the ground gently. Sakura quickly got on her knees behind him, and performed a medical. Sasuke squeezed Naruto's hand tight, not wanting to let him go. As he squeezed, Naruto looked at them both with a slight smile. I'm happy with you both, he said. What are you talking about? Naruto, Sakura asked with tears, but before he said he was coughing out blood. Naruto. They both shouted. Inside his mind, kid, I'm sorry that I can't save you, Kurama said with a sad face. Don't worry Kurama, I'm still happy that I protect the one I love. He said, and gave him a smile. Kurama just sat there, tears falling from his eyes. Others were sad, and thought that Naruto was really important to Kurama. Because they never saw him cry since that day. The day that the sage died. Kurama, before I die I will do something for you, and the others, as well. He said. Kurama looked at Naruto with a nod, and said okay, what is it? Back in reality. Damn it, why won't this seal? She shouted, and her tears fell on his cheeks. He reached out one of his hands, and touched her cheek, to let her know that it was alright for him. Sakura-chan, please don't cry. I want to see you smile. He tried to say it, but it was much quieter than usual. Naruto, please tell me what to do. I will help you no matter what it takes. She said she almost burst out crying, but she already cried many times. Please tell me, I want to save you, she thought. Naruto shook his head, and said, Sakura-chan, it's no use. I feel my life slowly fading. As he spoke he squeezed Sasuke's hand tight, and another on Sakura's cheek. I just want you to know, cough, that I'm happy with you, and Sasuke too. I want to be with you a lot more, but still my life came to an end sometimes, he said, and his eyes slowly closed. But Sakura slapped his face gently, so he would stay awake. Naruto. Stay awake. Sasuke even squeezed his hand tighter by second. Naruto. Stay focused on me, and don't say such a thing. Save your energy please, sob, don't leave me. Her sobs louder by seconds. Sasuke was shaking, and crying uncontrollably. He doesn't want to lose his brother. He lost everything now. He was now left with only him, Naruto, his brother. Sasuke, you too, don't cry, you might have a revenge path for a long time now, but I love you, as my brother, Naruto said. Suddenly the ground was shaking. Someone was meters in front of them. They all looked, and recognized that it was Madara. You think that I'm dead? Probably not, now I'm gonna kill him. He shouted, as he performed a lightning strike. It was like a Chidori, but it can shoot from a long distance. Lightning style. Lightning blade strike. He shouted, as his hand was in lightning, and it was like a gun that shot. The place was silent, as the lightning shot Naruto. He screamed in pain, as he jolted. Sasuke was shocked as the anger rose inside of him. Sakura was shocked and she was now to comfort him. "See, I told you, I will kill him for sure," he shouted. "Shut up," Sasuke said quietly. "Why should I stop? I will make him hurt like he did to me," Madara shouted. "I said shut up," Sasuke said it louder. "I'll make him suffer and he will die along with you," Madara screamed. "Shut up," Sasuke shouted as he blazed. He used his Chidori and struck it through his heart. "No one messes with my brother and gets away," Sasuke shouted. "You little, I'll kill you," Madara said as he fell forward. Sasuke quickly went beside Naruto and squeezed his hand once again. "Naruto. Sasuke-kun, he's coughing more blood," Sakura screamed. She doesn't know what to do now. Naruto just laid there, but he wanted to speak something. "Cough, it's alright, cough," he said. "First of all, Pant, I need to do something first," he said. "Summoning," he said. He summoned all 9, but in mini size. Also, he summoned the Sage Toad too. He would ask a favor for him. "Naruto. What happened?" Old Toad asked in shock. "No time for that, Old Toad, panting. I want to ask you a favor. Can you let the Moryuken buddies live on Mount Maiboku too? So there will be no one who can summon them to use them in bad ways?" he asked. "Naruto, my friend, I would love to do that, but will they lose control?" "No, they are all my friends, so they would know cough how to control themselves in anger," he said. "Okay, then welcome all of you," Old Toad said. Kurama, who was crying non-stop, was about to say farewell, but Naruto said to him privately that he would see them. He smiled slightly and disappeared to Mount Maiboku. "My job is done now, Pant. I want to say something first," he said. "I love you both, don't forget that. Mom, Yuro-senin, Itachi, Nagato, Fugaku-san, Mikoto-san, guess what, I am coming home now." "Naruto. Don't go. Please wait," Sakura screamed. "Wait, I got something. For both of you, cough cough," he said. As he performed, everything was all white. Suddenly the light covered all over the place, and they both were in nowhere. The place was white, and the other was black. "Where are we?" Sakura and Sasuke said. They both noticed that Naruto was gone too. They needed to find him, and fast. They don't want to leave him alone. They wanted to be beside him. "Well, hello there," my friend's voice said somewhere. They both recognized the voice, and the body. They would never forget. "Naruto, why are you here, and where are we?" Sasuke asked him. "It was kinda a place where I talked with my mom and dad," he said. Sasuke and Sakura stared at Naruto for a moment, but then realized that they would ask him why they were here. Suddenly something black was coming towards them, and blocked all the light. It came nearer, and nearer by a minute. "Naruto, why are we here, and what is that black thing?" Sakura asked him with confusion. "I sent you both here because I want to talk with you, and the black thing is the darkness. My time has come to an end. After that I would disappear." He did not want to say that, but it is time to let them know. He knew what expression they were going to have. They don't want to see their hurt faces. "No? You can't leave us, Baka. You still have to become. It can't be. I'm going to heal you, so you're not going anywhere," she shouted. Naruto also does not want to believe it. It was something that would hurt them both, he knew. It hurts him a lot to see them in pain. He walked, and now was in front of them. He suddenly wrapped his both arms around them. He wants to let them know how he feels now. So they won't suffer anymore, but he knows that there will still be some pain left. He was hurt that he did not become. He was hurt because he wasn't with his love and friends. But most of all, Sakura-chan and Sasuke. "I had said that I have something for both you, Sakura-chan, Sasuke," he said, and pulled out 2 boxes from his pocket. "What is it, Naruto?" Sasuke asked, but he sounded sad and scared about losing his best friend. Naruto then opened the boxes, and it was 2 necklaces. One pink like a cherry blossom, for the shape is like Naruto's necklace, and one is a symbol of the Uchiha clan. The 2 necklaces were shiny, and made from emeralds just like Naruto. He wears it for both of them. "It looks fit for both of you, just as I expected," he said, and gave them a foxy grin that made them feel warm every time. He noticed that darkness was becoming nearer by a minute. "It's almost time to say farewell now, I guess," he said with a painful tone, because he won't be able to see his precious people anymore. "Wait, please stay with us. Just please, I will heal you in a minute, and you'll be fine. You'll live through this," she said, but Naruto only shook his head. "I'm sorry, Sakura-chan, but I won't live through this," he said, as he hugged them one more time. "Thank you for letting me love you both. I love you, Sakura-chan, I always do. I know you don't have feelings for me, but I want to tell you this. Sasuke, you were my best friend. I have considered you as my brother for a long time. Since I've been with you, I'll start from that day. I have a lot of fun with both of them. I just really wish I would have some more time to spend with you," he said, as his body began to disappear. Sakura and Sasuke already have some tears running down their cheeks. Sakura, after hearing those words, pulled Naruto down, and locked his lip with hers. He was shocked, but felt happy that the girl he loved returned his feelings. Naruto just used 2 of his fingers, and then touched Sasuke's forehead, and said, "I will always love you." For Sakura, he said, "Such a large charming forehead, made me want to kiss it." Sakura and Sasuke were all eyes widened at the moment. Soon then Naruto said his last words. I love you, Haruno-chan, Sasuke Nai-san, he said, as tears ran down his cheeks. After those words, Naruto hugged him tight and disappeared in a yellow flash, flowing by the wind. Back in the battlefield, all the Ito arrived at the place after they met everybody. But as they arrived, they were shocked by the sight. They saw Team 7 broke apart. The blonde ninja laid there, and his body went limp, and hand fell from Sakura's cheek. Naruto also loses his grip from squeezing Sasuke's hand. He laid there motionless and unmoving. Team 7 except Naruto lowered their heads in sorrow, and tears were coming down. Minato was the one who quickly rushed beside them, and on knees. What happened? Is my son alright? Minato asked, but he wasn't quite sure if his son was alive or not. But he just hopes that he is still alive. I'm sorry, Minato-sensei. He's dead. I failed as a teacher once again. I can't protect the ones I loved again, he said, as he turned from grief. Minato's eyes went wide. He could not believe this. He can't even protect his own son. He failed Kushina. But he patted Kakashi's back to let him know that it's okay. He also failed, as Naruto's father. He was disappointed in himself. It's okay, Kakashi. I also failed too, as a father, he said, not wanting to let anyone see his tears. Kushina, I'm sorry, he thought if Kushina was watching him. He knew that she would be disappointed in him. Sakura wasn't gonna let him go, but she hugged his lifeless body even tighter. She blamed herself for not knowing it was him. The one that she played while she was a little kid. Also that sentence, he said. Why was she so blind to see it? Sasuke was also depressed. He still remembers Naruto calling him while he was a kid. Well, this will be explained in other chapters. He was falling to darkness, and left him. He was in the dark for so long, and when it was time to realize, it was too late. He lost him. His brother, his best friend. They stayed there for a while, and other ninjas started to regain consciousness. All ninjas gathered around Naruto, and lowered down to honor him. He was such a savior, hero, and the greatest ninja. He saved them, and won the war, but unfortunately he did not make it. He sacrificed himself to seal it inside his body. Sakura, we should go back now, Kakashi said, but almost crying now because how can he bring Naruto away from her? The one that loves Naruto all her life. Sakura heard that she even hugged him tighter. But someone was going to bring Naruto away from her. She just shouted at them, and said go away. She almost used her punches to let them go away from her. Sasuke was the one who tried to talk to her, because he was her precious person. But he knew that Sakura wouldn't feel the same way as before towards him. He did not mind because her heart belonged to his brother. If I just dodged that attack, he would make it. I was such a useless girl, as ever. I can't even heal the injuries. She thought, as she looked down at his pale face. It was lifeless, and his body was still. If I just attacked them to make it slower, and lost its power just a little, he would make it. I was so stupid. How can you call me Nai-san if I can't protect you, Naruto, my brother? Sasuke thought. Suddenly Naruto's body glowed yellow, and he was turning into a spirit. Then the light went off, and the one who was standing was the knucklehead blonde ninja. Everyone was shocked, but this Naruto was different. He was wearing a white shirt and white pants. But the thing that he did not change was his smile. His smile said everything's gonna be alright. Then everyone screamed, Naruto. Naruto smiled at them, and they were shocked. Especially Sakura and Sasuke. They quickly ran, and hugged them tight. Naruto just hugged them back. To let them know that it's him. It's me, Naruto Uzumaki. He said. But I'm just a spirit. What? Sakura could only ask that. I'm here to do something for everyone. He said, as he performed. Tensei. Revive, he shouted, as his body started to glow yellow once. As he said, everyone that already died started to come back to life. It was impossible. All the one who has been revived was awake. Everyone's eyes widened at the sight. Naruto's body started to disappear again, and he was panting heavily plus coughing. Naruto. If you overpower yourself, you can stop. Sakura shouted, but he didn't listen. Just a little bit longer, he thought. But Minato came in front, and asked, will you disappear forever because of this? He asked with a terrified voice. He wants his son to complete his dream. He is so young to die like this. He was surely a terrible father. Naruto wouldn't answer because his body might lose forever. But now it is time to revive everyone, so he would not mind his own body. His body would even glow more yellow. Wait, I die already, didn't Niji ask, but I was also confused. He had already died when he protected Naruto from the first form of. Well, everyone was pretty shocked. A little bit more than I'm okay. He thought to himself. Please don't let me stay with us. Don't disappear forever, Sakura thought, hoping that there was a miracle to save him. After a while, all the ninjas were brought back to life. But the only ones who did not were Naruto himself. He asked if they wanted to be revived or not. Sure they don't because it might cause a change in the ninja world. But Naruto did not make it. Hey there, grandchild. Someone touched his shoulder, and he was happy that it was Ashur, the son of Hagoromo's son. Hello, grandpa, he said, but not knowing what to call him. Grandpa, grandfather, cousin, or anything. He just doesn't know. Just call me Ashur, he said with a confident voice. Seriously, I need to be called grandfather now, but he doesn't want to be called that old. Naruto nodded, but his body almost disappeared the moment they talked. So he won't have much time. He just smiled, and all the ninjas honored him. There were people who stepped in front of the crowd. It was none other than Sasuke and Sakura. The first put his hand on his shoulder and said, "Kid, you could have been right now. After all you've done this, you can be the greatest and ninja ever. I know that I promised and would never break a promise. But if the time was serious and could be helped, I could sacrifice myself for the even larger result. I'm still sad, but at the time I'm happy that I could save everyone," he said. The first just looked at him and gave him a small smile. "It's alright, Naruto. Because I'm gonna make you now. Uzumaki Naruto, or I should say Namikaze Naruto, is the 6th of Konoha," he said, and brought him the hat. Minato slowly walked toward him and brought him the Hokage's coat. It is just like him. The coat with the fire and the title. "But I was dead, how am I supposed to be?" he said. "What about the 6th, the hero who brought peace for everyone?" said Tsunade after she heard all the conversation. Naruto was brought to tears, but this time happiness. He had fulfilled his dream. He does not want to leave everyone. He wanted to be with them. He knew that his time was coming. "Well, for the history, if I was the... I guess that only being for 10 minutes must have been a new record," he chuckled. The Sure patted his back and said, "Naruto, you achieve your dreams and give everyone hope. You taught everyone about peace. You worked really hard to finally be a great ninja. I am proud of you, as a grandson." Naruto wiped his tears off and prepared something special for everyone. He wanted everyone to remember this. He practiced it for a long time, and finally he can use all the elements. Shadow clone, he created 4 clones. All were saying something different. "I want everyone to see this and remember this forever. Fire style, Fireball Jutsu. Lightning style, Lightning Roar. Wind style, Rasen Shuriken. Water style, Water Dragon. Lightning style, Lightning Bomb." It all went into the sky. It turned into something wonderful. It all turned into fireworks. Every element is combined. It is written as words. The words are "the war is over. We won. At Konoha." "Ha. What's that?" "It's the fireworks. It said they won the war. They did it. Naruto Nai-chan actually did it. I want to see his face as soon as possible. He was my savior and my hero. I want to see him right now," Konohamaru said. "Please be alright," Konohamaru shouted and spreaded the news all over the village, but the villagers still did not know the truth. The painful truth that would hurt everyone. At the war, Naruto finally did it because he wanted to try something. He then stepped on the cold ground. It all turned into a green field with trees everywhere. But one was special, it was pink cherry blossom. The flower was blown away. Naruto caught it and put it in Sakura's hair. He loves her. She was just so beautiful. Sakura looked away in embarrassment. Her face was red like a tomato. She was blushing. Minato chuckled at the sight. She noticed the laughs and chuckles. She turned her hand into a fist. Sakura just smacked Naruto's head and said, "You baka. If you want to do that to me, do it in private. It's so embarrassing." Sakura shouted, but also felt happy. All the ninjas who were watching just smiled. "Thank you, my baka." "My baka, ha?" Naruto thought. "You found someone just like your mother's son," Minato thought, but couldn't help but smile. Everyone was laying, sleeping, and chatting on the wonderful green field. But the ones who still felt guilty were Sasuke and Sakura. "I'm so proud of you, Naruto. You trained very hard. I wanted to be your brother forever, but I can't, eh?" he thought painfully. Minato stepped in front and said, "I'm sorry, son, that I did not be with you when you needed me the most." "It's alright, Dad. I know that it's my decision," he said. Naruto patted his back and said, "I'll meet you soon." Meanwhile, it looks like the war is over, but it makes my son sacrifice himself. A female voice called out. "Yeah." Another said, "Well, I will give him something when he gets here. Hope he will like it." At the field, Naruto would thank his family for teaching so many things. Sasuke was thinking about the fireworks right now. Sasuke already knew this plan. He was going to do the fireworks. But he never expects anything from him. He trained a lot to make it perfect. He remembered that when he was a kid, it turned into a very small thing. Then in a sudden, the necklaces Naruto gave them glow light. It was like it combined Naruto's spirit into it. "I did as I could for them so they wouldn't be sad," he thought. He stared at the happy ninjas and thought to himself that it was worth doing this. Make everyone happy. Peace everywhere. He called all the Rookie 9 to be with him. He said a farewell goodbye. "Thank you, everyone. All the Rookie 9, I love everyone. You guys were like a family to me." There was even an argument for some time, but it turned out pretty funny. Especially Sasuke and Sakura-chan. "Don't forget my words there. Well, my time is now out. Love you both, Nai-san and Haruno-chan," he said, and flowed by the wind. "I love you too," Naruto. Sakura said. "I am proud that I am a brother to you," Naruto. Sasuke said. "Farewell, sweet in death, our hero." In the wind, there was somebody's sound. "Be happy, everyone." Everyone just celebrated there. Sasuke and Sakura were thinking to themselves about how useless they are. The Edo was about to disappear. Kakashi doesn't want to listen about being the 7th. He would not accept that because Naruto was there and he couldn't protect his students. Do not feel bad about this, Kakashi. I will apologize to him when I get back. I did not give him anything as a father. I was just a terrible father, Minato said. Kakashi nodded. Everyone, this place will be about Naruto's memory. Every Kan visited him and honored him. As a ninja, a family, and a savior. First said. Everyone focused on what he said. They were staring at the cherry blossom tree. The tree that described so many emotions. Happiness, sadness, hope, but most of all joy. Every time someone loved him, the flower would bloom and be blown away by the wind. It looked so peaceful, just like him. Sakura had a flower in her hair because Naruto put it on and she loved it. She grabbed her necklace and put it on her chest. She won't forget him no matter what. But when Kiba called them, Sakura, Sasuke, we will go back to the village now. Wanna join us? Kiba asked, but seriously he was afraid that Sasuke might just knock him out. Sasuke's anger rises. Did they just not care about him? He saved them, and they just ignored it, then went back to their village. Sasuke thought angrily, as his hand began to become a fist. He wanted to kill everyone right now because of ignoring the hero, his brother, their savior. But he remembered Naruto's words. Don't fall for darkness, Nai-san. Everyone helped you, and that bond makes you stronger. Sasuke thinks angrily that they don't care for his brother, Naruto. He just walked behind them all with Sakura beside him, who was still depressed, and felt useless like always. Until Ino asked her, Sakura, what were you and Naruto's relationship when you were a kid? She asked. It was him from my childhood. He saved me from the bullies, but I forgot him because he became one of Sasuke's fangirls. She said painfully. Can you tell me about that? I want to know more about you, but if you don't want to, I understand. Ino said. It's okay, I can tell you. She said. It started from those days. I can't save him like I promised to. He was my first friend that I forgot. I was such a blinded girl. Everything all started from that day. Flashback. When she was young, she got bullied by the girls. So she had no friends. One day Sakura got bullied and got hurt by throwing rocks. Some said that she was ugly and her forehead was too big. She sat there hurt, she could not get up because the rock was thrown and hit her knee. The rock was about to be thrown until, stop right there. She looked back and saw a blonde kid. She was surprised he did not hurt her. You're the demon. My dad told me that. I'm going to hurt you, you demon. One girl from the gang shouted. Then the gang started to use them and attack Naruto. He was standing there bleeding. His arms, his back, stomach, all were bleeding. After that the gang went home because they were satisfied. Are you okay? She asked him carefully with the guard to defend herself if he was going to hurt her or not. The blonde nodded okay and quickly looked away from her. Because of her beautiful forehead, it made him blush. The forehead is he was about to say the last word, but Sakura defended herself. Pretty. Sakura looked shocked because it was the first time someone told her that she had a pretty forehead. My name is Uzumaki Naruto. What's yours? Haruno Sakura. Beautiful name, Haruno-chan. He smiles. Sakura's face was redder and redder by a minute. But she still can't stand up because of her injured knees. Wait, let me carry you, he said, and let her climb on him, so he could send her home. What about your injuries? You're bleeding too, aren't you? She asked him with a worried tone. Just a little bit, don't worry. He said, but he was injured on the back. He just hoped that she did not notice it. Sakura was about to climb on Naruto's back until she noticed something. He was bleeding heavily at the back. He was looking down hoping she would climb on his back. She stopped and shouted, Ibaka. Why don't you just say you're hurt? Naruto just gulped that Sakura was shouting at him, but for good. His body was shaking from the injuries. Sakura just grabbed him and put him down on the grass. He was being treated by Sakura. She grabbed the bandages in her pocket and wrapped it around his back. You should have told me, she said. You also hurt, so I don't want to bother you, he said. She tried to stand up, but he put her to sit on the ground with him. Knowing that she was hurt. I'm okay now, you can climb on my back now, he said, but was still feeling pain. He just forced himself to. She slowly nodded and climbed on his back. But before she climbed, Naruto wrapped a bandage around her knee and started walking with her on her back. Do you know how to throw shurikens? He asked her. She shook her head in no. I'll teach you, he said, and smiled at her. Really, thank you, Uzumaki-kun said, and wrapped her arms around his neck, feeling relaxed on his back. He smiled, and still he noticed that his brother was watching him, smiling. He smiled at him. Naruto was more talented than Sasuke. But he doesn't want anyone to know except for his family. After that day, they became friends, best friends. They watched the fireworks together. They laughed, were happy, and smiled. After those days, Sakura changed her mind and her heart. She started to follow Sasuke. That annoyed Sasuke a lot, but it hurt Naruto more than anything. She betrayed him. After that he trained a lot harder with his brothers. He can use some of an A and S too. But he loved her, so he continued to love her. Until she would return her feelings. Even though she was far away from him. He will try to impress her to get her back. Sasuke was just annoyed and focused on training with Naruto and Itachi. And a flashback. So that was how the story began, Ino. She said, as she noticed that Ino's eyes were widened. I'm sorry, Sakura. I did not know that he was one of your precious people in your life. Ino said, and she was thinking that Sakura might cry. But she did not. Sakura looked down in shame. She did not want to lose him. She wanted him back for good. For the village, for Sasuke, and for herself. If he was still here, she would talk with him about everything. She somehow will apologize to him. I hate myself for being useless, and I also betrayed him. She thought sadly. Why can't I just stop thinking about that? It bothered me a lot. But it was the result of treating him like that. I treated him badly. I felt bad for him. I'm sorry, Naruto, for everything, she said to herself quietly. Ino suddenly patted her back. She could feel that Ino was trying to comfort her, but it helped her just a little bit. She walked through the forest, and there she was. In front of the Konoha, her village, our village, his village. The villagers came in front, waiting for them to arrive. They were shouting welcome back. She used her fake smile, as also Sasuke, who just ignored them, but he felt sad about the loss of his brother. Sasuke was the only one who knew that she was using her fake smile. She was about to burst out crying right now. She does not want to because she does not want everyone to think she is a crybaby. She thought something, and the villagers were about to run to them and hug their kids. Sakura just felt that it won't be the same without him. Thanks for watching my video. Leave a like if you enjoyed my video, and also do consider subscribing to my channel for more awesome content. See you next time. Till then, sayonara.